Happy Labor Day and welcome to Mock the Mock, where I take someone else's mock draft and I mock it, giving you my thoughts, views, and opinions. I love looking at other people's mock drafts just because I like looking at different perspectives. You can want to keep the mind open. But this video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Go ahead, get the app. If you think you're good at fantasy football, you want to make a little bit of that cash money playing a little fantasy football, then go to Underdog, use promo code BROSCHMO. Upon your first deposit, you get $25 using the promo code. So drop $1, bam, you got 26. Go make that money. But what's crack-a-lacking? It's your boy BROSCHMO, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave that thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And of course, let me know what you think in the comment section below. We're taking a look at Chat Sports' mock draft. They did a first rounder. This is a video. I watched it beforehand. That way I could kind of get the thought process going through each pick. But yeah, I'm going to leave a link to them in the description below. You probably already subscribed to them. They got like 26,000 subscribers. So I am a small fish looking at this. But let's go ahead and take a look at their first pick. Let's look at the good looking man here. Look at it. That's a good looking man. That's a good looking man. I can appreciate the beard and the hair, man. Wish I still had hair. But first pick, they went with Vegas betting odds. No, they went with their own power rankings. So check out the power ranking video. But Houston Texans, they go Spencer Rattler. Makes sense. I know we're off. We're coming off of not the prettiest game for Spencer Rattler. Like his second pass was an interception. He looked a lot like the Sam Rattler we saw last year, where he's looking to make the big play almost all the time. And he'll go to his check downs sometimes. It's very few and far between, but there's no denying the arm talent is there. So don't overreact on one game. You're gonna hear me preaching. Don't overreact on one game. A lot of people are gonna be doing that. But let's go ahead. Let's keep this train rolling with number 2, Sam Howell to the Detroit Lions. Now, this is what I mean. Don't overreact to one game. Keep in mind, Sam Howell, dude's got a strong arm. He's behind. His offensive line did him no favors in that Virginia Tech game. He really has no playmakers, and he's not in a great situation, you know. It's not like he's playing at Oklahoma and Ohio State and Alabama, where it's really tough for you not to succeed there. You could be pedestrian and still be pretty darn good there. Sam Howell, he has to be all that and a bag of chips to succeed there at North Carolina. So we're going to really see some grit. I'm not saying throw this Virginia Tech game away. Let it be a red flag. Let it sit in the back of your head. Wait a couple of weeks, see how he performs, and then come back, reevaluate it. I'm just saying don't overreact. But Sam Howell going number 2, I got no problem with that. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, whoops. I hit the play button. Let's go over the next couple of picks. So Derek Stingley going to the Jets. I know a lot of people are like, Derek Stingley had a terrible game against UCLA. I haven't sat down and really watched the UCLA game yet. I'm going to actually do that today. But you can't deny how great of an athlete this cat is. Again, this is a one game. This guy has been shutting down the SEC, if your name wasn't Devontae Smith, for the last 2 seasons. This is a one game. If this is something that continues, it becomes like consistent for him, that UCLA game, then yes, time to worry. Don't overreact over 1 week. He's still easily one of my favorite prospects in this class. Kayvon Thibodeaux, he came out and just put out a banger of a game against Fresno State. He got hurt, didn't return after halftime, but still the strip sack that led to the touchdown. You know why this guy's special. You just know he's got quick get off. He never comes off the field. The guy's special. Jaguars. It makes just take the best player available. We got Carson Strong going to the Eagles. Carson Strong came out and looked good against California, rallying his team back after they were down. The guy's got probably one of the strongest arms in this class. And I like that I saw the poise in the pocket there. Let's see if that's something that sticks with him throughout the season. That's kind of my biggest question. He has that Carson Wentz type of poise where he's feeling pressure before pressure even rears its ugly head. Something the Eagles, they don't want to hear that. You don't want, if you're drafting Carson Strong, you'd be like, what do you mean you're comparing him to Carson Wentz? But that's what I would say about him. But it looks like maybe that's something he's gotten better at. But Carson Strong, yeah, he could be a hot riser in this class. Everyone's putting their money on Carson Strong being the quarterback that sneaks into the top 5, top 3 out of nowhere. So everyone's saying it. Everybody. Even your mom. Number 6. Evan Neal going to the Bengals. This just makes all the sense in the world. Evan Neal had a great game against Miami. If you weren't there for the live stream, you got to see me watch my team get just plowed. I'm a Hurricanes fan. And I knew it was coming, so I wasn't that devastated. But yeah, Evan Neal, he looked good. He looked good in that game. Crazy athlete for a man his size. Let's see who they got next. Got Kyle Hamilton going to the Panthers. Best player available. I don't mind Carolina going with that. Kyle Hamilton had himself a game. Proved he probably is a top 5 prospect in this class. He was amazing against Florida State. That interception where he came from the other side of the field. Oh, magical. The dude's great. Number 8, Malik Willis going to the Giants. I'm totally down for this. Malik Willis looked good. His mechanics looked great. I was real happy. I only saw bits and pieces of that. Who'd they face? Like Colgate or something? Campbell? I don't know. I can't remember. But he looked much improved in that regard. Balls were hitting the spot. It was great to see. He's probably going to be a fast riser. I honestly wouldn't blame any of y'all if y'all had him 1 or 2. Now let's keep this train rolling to number 9, Drake Jackson. I love Drake Jackson. His high-end reps. I just want to see more consistency from him. Unfortunately, he got banged up in that, who they faced? San Jose State game. He got banged up, and he only played, I think, like 26 snaps. Didn't get a pressure. Did have a sick interception. You saw the athletic ability. You saw the movement skills. I just want to see him be more disruptive in the pass game. And obviously, hopefully we'll see more of that. Again, he got kind of banged up, came back, returned, but yeah, sick interception though. Sick interception. Andrew Booth going to the Vikings. Andrew Booth had himself a game. I know his team lost, but boy, he looked great. I wouldn't mind him under Mike Zimmer. I think Zimmer would love this. Keep in mind, Patrick Peterson, he's on a 1-year deal. What else they got going on there? I mean, I love Cameron Dantzler. So, bam, you got Booth across from Dantzler. Oh, man, that is sexy. All right. Oh, look, they got their sponsor. I never had Magic Spoon. All right, Matt Corral. He's actually playing tonight, so you actually might have seen that Louisville game before you've even seen this video. But decision making, he needs to prove he's a better decision maker. Like the 2 worst games he had last season, Arkansas and LSU, were probably by far the worst games of any quarterback in college football. It was bad. But Denver, they do need a franchise guy. Drew Lock, I never really believed he was it. And Teddy Bridgewater is, for all intents and purposes, a bridge quarterback. So I'm cool with that. So what quarterbacks do we still? Well, he's already gone with 5 quarterbacks. Jeez Louise. DeMarvin Leal. Dude's great. I haven't checked out the game. The game against some FCS team, but I love this guy at 290. He's got great movement skills. He can kick inside, kick out. He mainly plays edge. Great hand usage. The dude is phenomenal. The Raiders, they could use a legit disruptor in the passing game. And I mean, with the quarterbacks already flying off the board, it doesn't surprise me that the Raiders aren't able to get one. Next pick, Tyler Linderbaum to the Giants is one of my favorite picks in any mock. I'm a big Linderbaum fan. He's in my top 10. Dude, Dude's a stud, man. Most athletic interior player in this class. Let's keep the train rolling. Colts, they go Chris Olave. So this is they're giving what he said. They gave the Colts a pick in this class because it's likely going to be the Eagles, because it's likely Carson Wentz is going to play over what is like 75% of the snaps there this season. But let's give the Colts a first-round pick, show them what they could get. Hey, you know what? Chris Olave, he got the burners. He might be the top receiver in this class. I'm hoping to put out a video for you to give my overview of some of the prospects this weekend, like a week 1 scouting report, so to speak. And I think Chris Olave easily looked the best of any of the top receivers in this class. But yeah, man, he got the burners. He's your new T.Y. Hilton, pairing him up with Michael Pittman. That's kind of sexy. I actually kind of like this Cats draft. I'm not disagreeing too much. George Karlaftis going to Dallas. Yeah, I mean, they really only have one pass rusher. Karlaftis came out and he wreaked havoc. He looked the part. There's going to be questions. Not ideal length. Not ideal flexibility / bend. But the guy wreaks havoc. I would put him at put him as like a DL, defensive lineman, a guy that can kick inside. I didn't see what his current play weight is, but boy, oh boy, he was disruptive. Who did they face? It was some Pac-12 team. Oh, I think it was Oregon State. So let's see if he can continue that, because it looks like we're seeing freshman season Karlaftis, and I love that. He's fringe first for me right now, but again, if he looks like that the rest of the season, he's an easy first. This is a great edge class. And then Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson had a couple ugly drops against Minnesota, but Michael Thomas doesn't look like he's long for the Saints roster. It makes sense that they go in a different direction. Let's go here. Kenyon Green going to the Washington football team with all the quarterbacks off the board. What can you do if you're Washington? I really don't disagree with any of these picks thus far. But Kenyon Green, he got his first start at tackle. He was playing right tackle, though. And he dominated. It was an FCS school. He was expected to. He's got great movement skills, a guy that can play guard. Maybe the plan is here to move Cosme to left tackle, have Kenyon Green come in and be your right tackle, or a guy that can be, if they can't re-sign Brandon Sheriff to a long-term deal, because I believe he's still under the franchise tag. Let's keep it rolling. Christian Harris, dude. Henry was a Tutu, and Christian Harris were scary. That defense was just scary for Alabama. As a Hurricanes fan, I saw it coming, but man, it still hurts to see. Christian Harris, wonderful athlete, looked great. Ideally, this guy can man up running backs, tight ends. I think no problem. He looked a bit more. He looked better when having to drop back in like off coverage and zone, which I like to see. He looked comfortable in the middle of the field. Miami, they really had to attack the outsides. They had a lot of screens, a lot of like little whip routes. That's how they were kind of moving the ball. It wasn't really up the middle. But yeah, Eagles, they're a linebacker. They have one of the worst linebacker cores in the league. We got Trent McDuffie going to the Cardinals. I don't think this is a good fit. This is the first pick that I'm like, I don't like it. I know that they brought in a Byron Murphy, but like, look how long it's taken him to really get adjusted, acclimated to the Cardinals defense, and now he gets his shot to be like the number one corner there. Trent McDuffie, I think you want to go to a more like zone heavy. He's like ideal cover 2 quarters type of corner. I just really don't like the fit. I love Trent McDuffie though. And then Charles Cross going to the Steelers. Cross had a very up and down game against Louisiana Tech. And I could say this because him and Zion Nelson, the Hurricanes tackle, I think these are guys that could probably stay for another year. at least right now. Like, I would say Nelson had the better game, and it was against much better competition. Cross, he just got overwhelmed at points. It wasn't pretty. I love his athleticism, but it's really hard for me to throw him in the first round as of right now. Steelers, though, yeah, tackle's kind of a question, huh? Treylon Burks going to the Patriots. Treylon Burks was another guy that had a couple of drops, unfortunately. So hopefully he looks a little bit better this next week. But the guy, he's got size, speed, physicality. The dude is solid. Like, drops wasn't a big issue for him in the past, so I'm hoping it's just, those opening day jitters. But we'll see. John Mechie III going to the Chargers. It's a curious pick here. Mechie had a great game against Bama. Like, he showcased why he's a great route runner, an elite separator. I can't wait to see those matchups like against Florida, against Mississippi State, where he's going to be facing more physical type of corners. How will he hold up? He sucked against physicality last year. He was so easily stuffed at the line or knocked off his route. So it'll be interesting to see that. The Hurricanes, they played a lot of off coverage. So they gave him a lot to work with, a lot of room. But they got Josh Palmer. I know Mike Williams is a free agent, but bringing in Mechie, it's like, I don't know. Is he a guy that can be a slot? Like, I don't know. It's interesting. Here, let's keep jumping here. The Jets, their next pick, Nick Bonito, had himself a game. I guess he'd be like the D Ford type of edge rusher in this defense. He still looks thin, man. Like I said, I didn't really believe that he'd be able to put on a good amount of weight. He might be up to 240, but yeah, again, this dude's a finesse guy. I really think he's scheme dependent. I don't know if Salah's scheme is the scheme for him, though. Wonderful talent, though. The guy gets pressure like no other. And then we got the Miami Dolphins, Breece Hall. I'm just going to say this right now. One, and everyone should know, I'm not a big fan of running backs in the first round. Two, Dolphins got bigger problems. They don't need to be drafting a running back. Like, they're gonna get by this year just fine with Myles Gaskin and Malcolm Brown. 3, Bryce Hall. After these first few weeks, Bryce Hall is a great running back prospect. I might be jumping on the Zach Charbonnet, Charbonnet train, the UCLA running back. Like, he's looked pretty darn good. Breece Hall, unfortunately, he's running behind a very bad run blocking offensive line there at Iowa State. But don't get confused. The talent is there for him. It's just unfortunate he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage way too early. Aiden Hutchinson going to the Tennessee Titans. I like this. Aiden Hutchinson, man, there's more than meets the eye. The dude's got the length. He's not like, he doesn't have like great get off, but boy, man, he looked so dominant. Like, he has a nasty push-pull move. And the dude's quick. Like, get-off's not, like, great, but he's very quick, which was eye-opening, uses his hands great. I think he's really saying, hey, guys, I'm more than just an edge defender. I'm more than just a guy that sets the edge on the and just controls the defensive line. Like, yo, he's gonna be rising on my boards big. I know a lot of people been like a Walter Football has him top 10. I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll ever be there because I think his game translates very well to the NFL. It's just his skill set's not highly sought out, but I think it's a lot better than I gave it credit for. So I'm willing to eat my own words there, but let's wait and see some more of them this year. All right, we got Justin Ross going to the Detroit Lions. Ross did not have a good game against Georgia. You might be like, oh, that's a great Georgia defense. Yeah, but they weren't giving him anything deep, and that offense just kept sputtering. Offensive line for Clemson sucks. Ross, I've never been that high on Ross because he's not a guy that separates well. He's a guy that, hey, I'm going to just moss you. I'm going to catch it over you. But, and for me, it's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. He's right around that 10% drop rate. It's like, okay, if you're going to be a contested catch target, then you got to be one that catches the ball. So I don't like the drop rates high. We'll see more of them this year. Georgia, benefit of the doubt. Yeah, that's a tough matchup, but you want to see those guys kind of step up in those matchups. Let's keep this rolling. Jalen Catalon going to the Ravens. I know some people were like, oh, the Ravens don't need safety. They're deep at safety. And it's like, they don't have a stud at safety. And then they don't have a guy with this amount of range at safety. Catalon looked great week 1 too, by the way. I love this dude's movement skills. He's flying up my board. I think I had him at 4 anyway. I might pop him up to like, especially how Brandon Joseph kind of dudded. Not dudded. It's just he does look a bit slower. He put on like 20 pounds. But yeah, man, Catalon's my dude. Who do we got next? Cleveland Browns. They go with edge Zach Harrison. Zach Harrison had himself a heck of a game against Minnesota. And Minnesota's got a quality offensive line. Don't sell them short. But the dude is still pretty raw. Like, you could see he's starting to polish parts of his game. But in terms of raw power, raw athleticism, he's got it. He's got the traits, man. He's got the traits. Watch out for that cat. And then the Green Bay Packers, Drake London. I love this pick. I love this fit. I wanted to do this in my mock draft. It was just London was off the board. London looked pretty darn good. He had a drop, but granted, he was seeing a lot of contested catches. I think it was 1 of 4 uncontested catches against San Jose State. But still, after the catch nightmare, might not have that ideal. Like, he's not a burner. He's not a speedster. But the dude, he's hard to bring down. I love Drake London. He had himself a good week. And then Darian Kinyard, they list him at guard and tackle. I think he mentioned that he's more likely going to be a guard. Going to Buffalo, I kind of like the fit. I just think it's a little high. I feel like he's more in that 50 range. And then, benefit of the doubt, Buffalo's not going to be able to pick there. So if they think this is their guy, then yeah, go get your guy. But I like the fit. The thing is, man, he's just not like he's gonna be tested a lot more in true pass sets this year, just simply because they're passing the ball now. Kentucky had a very, very fun week 1. They were fun to watch. Jackson Kirkland, he should have gone a lot higher. I'll say this: Kirkland, he came out, he looked good against. I know it's Montana, but they still lost that game. But Kirkland is a very good prospect. I love his movement skills. I love his ability to mirror edge rushers. He should be going a lot higher. He's going to be my OT2 probably for a while, man. I don't see his play dipping off. And then final pick. This is the Chiefs, right? Kaiir Elam. Wow, Elam fell. No Ahmad Gardner either. Wow, the corner. This is only the 3rd corner in this draft. Or no, he had Trent McDuffie. So this is only 4th corner. Kaiir Elam, dude, I haven't checked out the Florida game. It was against the FCS school. It wasn't. It was Florida Atlantic, I think they faced. They blew him out. I imagine Elam had a great game. I haven't watched it. Won't be able to tell you about it just yet. But, man, Elam is great. Like, he's a ball hawk. Great length. He's got like these elite cornerback traits, so he should go a lot higher than this. This is kind of a steal for Kansas City. But let me know what you think of Chat Sports' mock draft in the comment section below. And of course, that's it for the video. Go ahead, do that YouTube thing. Enjoy your Labor Day, and until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.